Justice Emeka Nwite recused himself from trial of Bauchi Finance Commissioner Yakubu Adamu and others. News 24, live from Abuja. I am Stella Inameti. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu has announced that Nigeria has successfully concluded comprehensive negotiations on economic partnership with the United Arab Emirates. This was while presenting his address at the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week Summit in the United Arab Emirates. He says the new era in bilateral relations will deepen trade and cooperation in various sectors to create opportunities and businesses for Nigerians.
This historic and strategic milestone marks a new era in our bilateral relations. The agreement will deepen trade, unlock sustainable investments, and strengthen cooperation in renewable energy, aviation, logistics, agriculture, digital trade, and climate-smart infrastructure, creating enduring opportunities for our people and businesses. As we open this new chapter, Nigeria will proudly co-host Investopia in February in Lagos with United Arab Emirates. This global convening will bring together investors, innovators, policymakers, and business leaders to turn opportunity into commitment and ideas into investment.
Federal government is mobilizing and equipping young medical professionals to serve as National Health Fellows. This will drive a new generation of leaders for the health sector. Bilkisu Omar Guruku reports that the presidential initiative targets recruitment of 13 youths from across the 13 local government areas of Nasarawa State, so as to strengthen local capacity for health system reform and improved service delivery, especially for the rural dwellers.
The National Health Fellows Program, a presidential initiative, is being implemented by the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare in collaboration with State's Ministry of Health and Development partners. It is to equip young professionals with leadership and management skills within primary health care facilities across the 774 local government areas in the country. By this, each local government area will host one health fellow. This session, therefore, is to select health fellows for Nasarawa State as the panel drills applicants on relevant areas of competence that will strengthen healthcare delivery in rural communities.
Ability to collect data and provide reports that will help in evidence-based decision, I think, are my contribution for this program.
The selection process of the new cohort for National Health Fellows, the panel insists, will be based on merit to ensure fairness, transparency, and credibility.
After the screening, they also have mentors that will take them through so that they really understand how healthcare will be strengthened. Is it the healthcare itself? Is it has to do with IT, leadership, and all those things? Basically, that's what we're here.
The successful National Health Fellows has a duration of 1 year. The initiative demonstrates national and state-level commitment to youth leadership development in the health sector. In Lafia, Bilkisu Omar Guruku, NTA News.
The commencement of trial of the Bauchi State Commissioner for Finance, Yakubu Adamu, and 3 others in an alleged terrorism financing charge before the Federal High Court, Abuja, has suffered a serious setback. The development followed the recusal of the trial judge, Justice Emeka Nwite, from the matter. The decision of the court was as a result of an observation by Yakubu Adamu's defense counsel, Chris Uche, SAN, that the matter being claiming a vacation case was yet to be reassigned in line with the Federal High Court Civil Procedure Rules 2019. Yakubu Adamu, Balarabe Ilela, Aminu Mohammed Bose, and Kabiru Mohammed are facing multiple counts of dispersing $2.3 million of state money to some individuals in violation of financial regulations. They pleaded not guilty to the charge and had been in remand, so the court denied them bail because the counts bordered on alleged terrorism. Justice Muite has remitted the case file to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court for reassignment to another judicial officer. The National Industrial Court, Abuja Division, has ordered the reinstatement of Professor Monday Igwe as the Medical Director of the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Enugu, declaring the termination of his appointment unlawful, null and void. Justice Emmanuel Subilim gave the order while delivering a verdict in suit between Professor Monday Igwe as claimant and 7 other defendants. The court also voided the appointment of Dr. Unagu Neka as substantive medical director of the hospital during the pendency of the suit, describing the action as overreaching and unlawful. Justice Emmanuel Subilim held that Professor Igwe had successfully proved his case against the defendants in the matter and thereafter ordered his reinstatement as medical director of the institution to complete his remaining 3 years and 5 months in office. The court also ordered payment of Professor Igwe's emoluments from September 2023 up to the date of the judgment. Justice Subilim declared that the procedure adopted for the purported termination of Professor Igwe's appointment was arbitrary, illegal, and a fundamental breach of the mandatory statutory provisions and regulations governing his employment. The court further awarded the sum of 3 million naira in favor of Professor Igwe against the defendant. The minority leader, Rivers State House of Assembly, Silvanus Nwankwo, and member representing Degema State Constituency, Peter Abbey, are calling for peaceful resolution of the impeachment process initiated by the State House of Assembly against Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the Deputy Governor Ngozi Odu. They made their views known in Port Harcourt, stressing that it will serve the best interests of Rivers people. Nkiru Onyejesi has details.
Speaking at a briefing in Port Harcourt, the minority leader of the 10th Assembly and the member representing Omuma State Constituency, Silvanus Nwankwo, noted that the briefing was convened to appeal to other lawmakers on the need to explore peaceful resolution following widespread concern expressed by elders and leaders within and outside Rivers State.
Having listened to so many pleas, calls from our elders and leaders, both within and outside the state, begging for leniency, we are begging, calling our colleagues to reconsider our step and see how this matter can be resolved amicably.
The minority leader, alongside member representing Degema State Constituency, Peter Abbey, acknowledged that constitutional issues have been raised against the governor and his deputy, but stressed the need to temper justice with mercy, as impeachment should be a last resort.
You don't raise the axe and swing it as you raise it. So we plead with our colleagues to reconsider, to please reconsider, provided the governor too has a role to play. He too must make sure he doesn't infringe furthermore on the Constitution. So that will bring an amicable settlement to the whole thing.
It will be recalled that the Rivers State House of Assembly had on Thursday, 8 January 2026, commenced an impeachment process against the governor and his deputy on the grounds of gross misconduct. In Port Harcourt, Nkiru Onyejesi, NTA News.
Katsina State Government has clarified reports alleging plans to release some suspected bandits earlier arrested by security agencies. Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs Nasiru Moazu Dan Musa made the clarification while reacting to reports that the government intends to release about 70 suspects arrested in connection with banditry and kidnapping. Our Haliru reports.
Reacting to the alleged reports, the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs says the decision forms part of the community-driven peace initiative aimed at sustaining peace in local government areas affected by insecurity.
Their peace accord, there was well-established guidelines and framework which they followed. And one of it is that they are going to exchange those people that were kidnapped and those bandits that were arrested. So they brought these, the name of some of them, that they want them to be freed, taking into cognizance that they have reached an agreement between the communities and the repentant bandits.
He appealed to the people of the state to continue supporting the efforts of the state government in ensuring lasting peace and security. The development comes as Katsina State continues to grapple with the impact of banditry and kidnapping.
The time that all these things are happening, banditry are rising, the community of that local governments, all the 19 local governments, they are the one organized for the peace accord with these our relatives, that is the Fulani bandits.
The move is being viewed as an effort to promote reconciliation and rebuild trust between affected communities and security agencies.
If time comes, you reach truth that you want to be at peace, to sign peace accord or some agreement, there's nothing wrong in releasing from this side also to release those that are in their hands, which is accepted.
The state government says it remains committed to restoring lasting peace and stability in the affected areas. In Katsina, Awan Haliru, NTA News.
This is the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. More reports in a moment. Stay with us.
Season's greetings from all of us at Erisco Foods. The festivities are already in the air, and we'd like to especially thank you for your continued patronage of Erisco Foods, the only tomato brand to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria. With our proud Nigerian products and services, we have continued to create thousands of jobs for our people and for the growth of our economy. Thank you, our esteemed customers, distributors, and partners. Yes, the taste of Nigeria is the taste of celebration and the taste of goodwill and good cooking. We care for your good health and long life. So cook right and eat healthy to live longer. Always buy Erisco products. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to the only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Erisco tomato paste and products. 100% natural. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
Welcome back and thanks for staying. The Delta State Police Command has foiled a planned kidnapping operation and recovered high-powered firearms and ammunition in a coordinated security operation in the Upper Agbaru area of the state. A statement signed by the Police Public Relations Officer, Delta State Command, SP Bright Edafe, says the breakthrough is part of ongoing efforts by the command to clamp down on kidnapping, armed robbery and other violent crimes. According to the police operatives of the Commissioner of Police Special Assignment Team, CP SAT, acting on credible intelligence, stormed a criminal hideout along a bush path in Upper Agbaru at about 9:35 p.m. on January 11, 2026. The operation, led by ASP Julius Robinson and carried out in collaboration with community vigilantes, targeted an uncompleted building where about 6 suspected kidnappers were reportedly camped. The suspects were said to have opened fire on sighting the police operatives, who responded with superior firepower, forcing the hoodlums to flee with varying degrees of injuries. Recovered exhibits include 1 FNC rifle loaded with 1 round of live ammunition and 1 pump action gun with 32 rounds of live cartridges. A manhunt has since been launched to apprehend the fleeing suspects. Reacting to the development, the Commissioner of Police, CP Aino Adeshola, commended the operatives for their bravery and effective use of intelligence, assuring residents that the command remains resolute in denying criminals any safe haven in the state. Knowledge, they say, is power, and this is what informs the engagement of smallholder farmers in Kogi State by AIDS Care Education and Training to impact them with the requisite knowledge that will transform their lives. The training was held at Ulufu Agbanema and Agbada communities in Dekina local government area of the state on best agricultural practices, alternative finances, and sustainable environment. Ayodele Higbibemi reports.
Farming is one of the oldest occupations which the people depend on for survival. With the rising population, there is a need for farmers to think outside the box to survive. This necessitates the training organized by AIDS Care Education and Training Society, ASED Nigeria, supported by United Nations Development Program, UNDP. The training in Olofu, Agbenema and Agbada No. 2 communities in the Dekina local government area was divided into 2 groups, with the first group trained on the need to imbibe saving culture and financial management through village savings and loan associations.
Inspire them to put in their hearts to cultivate that spirit of savings.
This program is encouraging. In the next 1 year that youth people are going to visit again, we will have a testimony to tell.
The second group, predominantly youth, after an intensive lecture, moved to the field for practical knowledge on how to make energy-efficient mud cooking stoves with raw materials available within the communities.
Now that gas and kerosene is very expensive,
and with time I can help people to do it.
Executive Director, AIDS Care Education and Training Society, Sunday Musa and others explain that the training is aimed at ensuring sustainable environmental practices and alternatives to addressing financial needs for smallholder farmers.
The aim is to see that they have sustainable source of livelihood, but also they are able to do climate-smart agriculture with the loans they take.
They have been cutting down trees and killing many trees, and which they have not replaced any in return. So it will regulate the amount of firewood they are using.
Thereafter, the team visited the climate-smart agricultural learning centers under construction. When completed, smallholder farmers in the areas will enroll and learn more on integrated and irrigation farming, improve agricultural practices, soil conservation, increase yields, and aid more income. Ayodele Bibemi, NTN News.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has held talks with the Turkish ambassador to Nigeria, Mehmet Poroy, on strengthening cooperation in visa facilitation and business mobility. A statement by the ministry's head of press and public affairs, Mary Ali, indicates that the meeting held in Abuja focused on easing travel for genuine business persons and improving consular processes between Nigeria and Turkey. The Turkish ambassador disclosed recent improvements in visa processing for Nigerian business travelers to Turkey, noting that applications are now processed locally with timelines of about 3 to 4 days. He also raised concerns over visa arrangements for Turkish business people visiting Nigeria and requested clarification, including consideration for Turkey's inclusion in Nigeria's electronic visa system. The statement adds that the minister, Tunji Ojo, assured that Nigeria remains committed to transparent and practical visa administration that supports legitimate business and investment, while both sides agreed to sustained engagement to deepen bilateral relations. This is the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Here is a recap of our top stories.
Their legacy must remain central to our national consciousness and guide the decision we make in shaping defense.
Now, President Tinubu announces economic partnership with United Arab Emirates at ongoing Abu Dhabi summit. Federal government mobilizes young medical professionals to serve as National Health Fellows. Also, Justice Emeka Nwite recuses himself from trial of Bauchi Finance Commissioner Yakubu Adamu and others. And now we take sports.